Welcome to Grow Bio channel. In today's video, we're gonna see about monoclonal antibody, the production of hybridoma cell. What is antibody? Antibodies are proteins. These antibodies can be produced in two types. Either it can be monoclonal antibody or polyclonal antibody. Monoclonal antibody are specific in nature. Here, the specific lymphocyte on in vitro cultivation, it produces the monoclonal antibody. Whereas polyclonal antibody is synthesized against the antigen in vivo. So, they are heterogeneous in nature because it is produced inside the body, whereas monoclonal antibody is produced in vitro condition. Now we can see about monoclonal antibody. The main property of the antibody is the specificity. They are used in diagnostics and also for curing many diseases. The principle of production is the myeloma cell. Myeloma cell is the cancer cell, so it is immortal in nature. And spleen cell, which has property of antibody production. These property is taken into account and the hybridoma cell should be produced. The hybridoma cell is the cell which has the property of antibody production and also it is immortal in nature. These cells are selected by fusion. Okay, that is hybridoma cell is produced by fusion and it is chosen by selective media. That selective media is known as HAT medium, that is hypoxanthine aminopterin thymidine medium. This is selective media which is helpful for selecting the hybridoma cell. The HAT medium allows the cell to grow, which is HGPRT positive and TK positive, that is the cell which produces both HGPRT enzyme and TK enzyme, and it allows only the salvage pathway cell DNA synthesis. So the HGPRT means hypoxanthine guanine phosphoribosyl transferase and TK means thymidine kinase. Next, we're gonna see about important years in monoclonal antibody production. There are 4 important years. In 1973, Cesar Milstein of Argentina, in cooperation with Cotton, he fused rat and mouse myeloma cell, that is cancer cell, and then he produced the hybrid cell, that is hybrid of cancer cell. And the very next year in 1974, George Kohler and Cesar Milstein isolated clones of the cell, that is clones are produced by one parent cell, okay, it is copy of that cell from fusion of parent cell lines. For example, mice spleen cell with sheep RBC and mice spleen cell with myeloma cell, that is cancer cell. So the very next year in 1975, the antibodies of specific antigen is immunized and then these cell is fused with myeloma cell. So the specific antibody is produced by hybridoma cell. Here you can see the growth. In 1973 they produced hybrid cell, in 1974 they produced clones of the cell, and in 1975 they produced the hybridoma cell. And in 1984, Kohler, Milstein and Niels Jern awarded the Nobel Prize for the production of monoclonal antibody. Now we can see about the production of monoclonal antibody. Monoclonal antibody can be produced by 2 methods. It can be in vivo method, that is inside the body, or in vitro method, that is in the environment. In vivo method, the mice is used for production of monoclonal antibody, and in vitro method, biofermentor is used for production of monoclonal antibody. As known, it produces 500 mg, whereas mice produces very less, 1 to 10 micrograms, 2 milligrams. And monoclonal antibody production in vivo involves 4 important steps. First is immunization of bulb mice, and next is preparation of myeloma cell for fusion, and next step is cell fusion, and next is screening for monoclonal antibody, that is a specific monoclonal antibody. Now we're gonna see about first step, immunization of bulb mice. Here 6 to 8 week old bulb is taken, that is a mice which is immunized with 50 to 100 microgram of antigen. Here we are going to produce monoclonal antibody. So the specific antigen for producing that antibody is injected into the mice. Then it is emulsified with Franz complete adjuvant. The 50 to 100 microgram must be emulsified with adjuvant because when there is high concentration of antigen, it will be lethal for the mice to die. So, scientists usually mix the antigen with the adjuvant to get the same result. Okay, so the low concentration of antigen can be used, and after 2 weeks of injection, again the immunization is given for 50 to 100 microgram, but this time it is for IP injection, that is intraperitoneal route injection. We have many types of injecting the animal like intravenous, intramuscular. Here specifically intraperitoneal route is chosen. And next is booster dose is given. It is of 50 μg per microliter. Then after 2 weeks we bleed the animal and the spleen is taken. The spleen lymphocytes taken and then it cultured in the animal media. That medium is known as DEM media, Delbecque's modified Eagles media. So it is usually mixed with saxagonine or antibiotics in order to reduce the contamination, and here the yield is 1 to 10 mg. Okay. Next step is preparation of myeloma cell. A specific cell line is got from cell line bank, and the cell line were centrifuged at 12,000 rpm for 5 minutes. So supernatant and pellet is separated, and then the pellet is washed again and again with DEM media. And next is cells resuspended in the media to grow for nearly 5 ml media is taken and the cell is allowed to grow. And after some time we gonna count for viability. So the viability must be nearly 90% so that it can be used for fusing with spleen cell. And next is cell fusion. Here the spleen cell and myeloma cell is fused in 5:1 ratio to produce the suspension mix, and this mix is centrifuged to 12,000 rpm for 5 minutes. And then these cells were cultured in the HAT medium, that is the selective media that only allows the growth of hybridoma cell. So here, in order to allow the fusion, it is mixed with 1 microgram of PEG, which is of 50%. Okay, and then after some time it is again centrifuged at 8,000 rpm for 5 minutes, and then it is resuspended in the HAT medium for selection purpose, so that it allows only hybridoma cells to grow. Normally in HAT media it produces 5 different types of cell. It can be B cell only, or a B cell fusion, or it can be hybridoma cell, or myeloma cell fusion, or myeloma cell. But the HAT medium allows the growth of only hybridoma cell. Here we have a question. Why hybridoma cells alone is selected in HAT medium? Why not other? Here the answer is the cell can only replicate via salvage pathway and not the de novo pathway. So the B cell property and myeloma cell property can be seen. B cell property is HGPRT positive and TK positive, so that it will be grown only in the HAT medium. Okay, but it dies because it is mortal in nature and it has contact inhibition. That is, B cell cannot be grown by overlapping by themselves. Okay, they allow some space for other cell. And next is antibody production positive. B cell has the property of antibody production, whereas myeloma cell is HGPRT negative and TK negative. That is, it cannot produce these two enzymes, and they are immortal in nature because they are cancer cell and it has no contact inhibition. It means it can overlap among themselves and grow, and it has no antibody production. Now we can know how HAT medium is selecting the cell. It is selecting the cell based on the cell replication. Cell can replicate only after the DNA synthesis. This synthesis can happen only by de novo pathway and salvage pathway. So the de novo pathway needs uridylate and phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. The aminopterin blocks it. The aminopterin is present in HAT medium, which is hypoxanthine aminopterin thymidine medium. So the aminopterin blocks the uridylate and phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. So the de novo pathway synthesis of DNA cannot be executed. So the DNA pathway is overruled. And salvage pathway, here the cell must have both enzyme, that is thymidine kinase enzyme and HGPRT enzyme. So here nucleotide synthesis occurs. The B cell can produce these two enzymes, but it cannot be replicated several times. Okay, after some replication it dies in hat medium, whereas myeloma cell cannot be grown in hat medium because it lacks that enzyme. So myeloma cell will die, myeloma cell fusion will die because it doesn't contain any HGPRT or TK enzyme, whereas B cell can live but after some replication it will die, okay, because of cell check. So B cell and B cell fusion will die, so only the hybridoma cells will be grown. And then screening, because the B cell production is in vivo, it is heterogeneous in nature, so we have to select the particular antigen that we need, and it is immunized in the mice, and particular antibody we need from that mice, but it is heterogeneous in nature, so we have to select through screening. The screening is done by ELISA method. This method can be used for selecting the antigen or antibody, etc. So the ELISA method is used. Now we can see about uses of monoclonal antibody. It is used in directing the pregnancy. The pregnancy strip contains human chorionic gonadotropin antibody. So when the urine of a patient contains HCG, it binds and it produces strip line. So it is used in directing pregnancy and determining the MHC antigen, that is major histocompatibility complex antigen, and it is used in finding pathogens, that is antigen, by knowing its antibody, so that we can know specific disease caused by specific antigen. And it is also used in measuring blood level by using various drugs, and it also determines the tumor antigen by using the iodine 131. So it can determine cancer, and it can know the blood level, and it can find the disease causing pathogens, and it can direct the pregnancy, and it is also used in determining the MHC antigen, etc. These are the uses of MAB. And what was the MAB first produced? The answer is orthoclone, that is OKT3. It is the muromabab, that is, it is produced by murine, so it is named as Muro, and monoclonal antibody, so it is named as MAB of CD3. It is used in preventing the rejection of kidney transplantation, and it is the first one to approve in 1986. This muromabab CD3, it is the immunoglobulin 2A antibody, which is related to antigen, that is CD3. By using Ig2A antibody, the kidney transplantation rejection can be prevented. So now we can see a summary. First we immunize the mice so that we can produce the heterogeneous antibody, and then we collect the spleen cell by sacrificing the animal, and then we fuse the myeloma cell with spleen cell to get the hybridoma cell, and then we select the hybridoma cell in the hat medium, and after some time the hybridoma cell is screened for specific hybridoma cell, that is the cell that producing the monoclonal antibody against the specific antigen. The screening can be done by ELISA method, and then after culturing we can propagate through biofermentor. Thank you. Hope you understood. If you have any doubt, please comment in the comment section below, subscribe, and please press the bell button below. Thank you so much.